I hope you can see me. Hi, everyone. I hope you guys can see me. If you can, go ahead and type something in the group chat or in the chat box, so that way I know that you can hear me and you can see me. That would be great. Actually, you guys can see me. If you can, let's see here. I want to make sure I have everything. It says I have 7 viewers, and if you guys can write something in the chat box, should be on the right-hand side, and it says chat live, and I should be able to see the people that chat. So if you have anything to say or can hear me, please do go ahead and put something on the chat box. It's also the way that you'll be able to ask me questions. So if you can please do that. I'm going to see here if there are any questions or anything so far. And I have all the windows open, so of course. Let's see here. So, hello everybody. How are you guys? I just wanted to make sure that you guys can hear me, that you guys can see me. Let's go here. Yay! All right, cool. Yes. Hello, Hannah. How are you? Victor, how are you? Michelle, how are you? Caitlin, how are you guys? Kelly, how are you as well? I'm so excited. How are you guys? I'm really happy that we're doing this. I'm really excited that we can actually do this. So essentially, hi, I am Professor Fernandez, and I'm going to be your English teacher this semester, this very trying and interesting semester. If you happen to hear some noise in the background, we actually have a bird. We have a parrot that likes to talk when I talk, so you will hear her in the background. I'm really excited that you guys are here. I hope you guys got the email that I sent you. I've been trying to keep you guys informed with what's going on. I need you guys to understand that everything is super fluid, and it's not a play on words. It really, really is. This hasn't happened in the history of the school to this extent, and so they're trying to figure out. The administration's trying to figure out a lot of things very, very, very quickly. So that's what's going on right now. We have a campus that's kind of a biohazard. So please don't go up to campus. School is not starting on Tuesday. School is starting for us September 25th. Your online classes as well should be starting on September 25th. I know there's a couple of professors who have started their online classes, and they've been asked to hold off so that everybody starts at the same time. But we're starting September 25th. I am trying in figuring out how I'm going to teach you guys online. I've taught online before, and I actually like doing videos like this because I think you guys need to hear and need to see. And of course, I do, those who've had me before, I can do videos with PowerPoint with the voiceover over it, so that way you guys have that as well. So I'm thinking of ways to make the class more dynamic. In particular, my Mexican American literature class, I am trying to figure out how to make you guys hybrid, because I'm not sure that the class would translate as well with just being online, because there's so much there that we need to have conversations about, that people need to have a back and forth with. So I'm trying to see how I can make that hybrid, which is all the weird questions I asked you about driving and what your schedule was, like nighttime schedule. So for the Mexican American Lit class, I've had some ideas of making it a little bit more dynamic in the hybrid type of way, including some field trips. And by field trips, I mean you guys would be getting in a car and meeting me somewhere, because we don't have a van anymore, or any of that equipment. So bear with us. Is there any questions that you guys have that I can answer for you? I know there's a lot of speculation and a lot of I don't know this, I don't know that is going around. I try to answer as many questions as I possibly could in the email. So I don't know the questions to answer if I don't have them. So if you can please go ahead and put it in the chat box. I'm going to go to the chat box right quick. Oh, Michelle, it is such a treat. The parrot is interesting. Hi, Nisa. How are you? I hope I'm saying your name right. I am excited to meet you guys one day. With Starting Light, are we going to have a shorter class? Yes. That's a really good question. So what they're trying to do right now is that they're trying to figure out class length. So I can tell you for right now, semester-long classes, which are actually 16 to 15 weeks, 15 if you don't count finals, 16 if you do. I see them shortening them to 12 weeks since we're starting on September 25th. They'll definitely be, okay, hold on, Caitlin. So I can see them shortening. For other classes, they're talking about 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, I believe, or 4 weeks. My classes, I believe, will be 12 weeks. So all the classes I teach will be 12 weeks. You're going to want to check with your professors and email them directly because they may know. Information's coming out in little waves. We won't know the full extent until the faculty meets next week, and we're meeting next week. We're actually are asked to report to work, but we're not reporting to the campus. We're reporting to different campuses. I don't know where I'm going to report to yet. They haven't. My bird. They haven't told me yet. I suspect it's coming either later today or tomorrow because I have to be somewhere Tuesday morning. And so they will tell us a lot more. And as soon as I know, I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm going to put it on D2L. Because I think that will be, now that I've opened them up, that'll be the easiest way. Caitlin wants to know, just to clarify, that there will definitely be no meetings or schoolwork prior to September 25th. That is correct, unless you are taking an online class at another campus, because the other campuses are starting September 5th, and we're starting the 25th. So there should be no meetings or schoolwork prior to September 25th if you are taking a class out of Lone Star Kingwood. If you are taking a class out of another campus, those rules are different. So you're going to have to speak with your professor of that campus. So there you go. Really good questions, guys. Is there any more questions? Don't ask me what kind of parrot I have. It's a loud parrot. I covered her up so that way she wouldn't make noise, but she loves to talk when I talk. So, see, I'll be quiet. Watch. Now, when I talk, see, she likes to talk when I talk. So, let's see, is there any other questions? Good question. First online, this is my first online course. How will we get tutoring? That's a very, very good question. So they are, and I wish I had a more definitive answer for you. They don't know yet. They are working on a couple of things. They're working on tutoring. They're working on support for students and faculty who are teaching and learning online. They're working on books for you guys. So remember when I said things were happening in a fluid, with fluidity, this is one of those things. They're right now very focused on where are these classes going to be? Where are we going to house them? If they're online, can we get the faculty that aren't certified to teach online? Can we get them to be certified very quickly? So they're focusing on that. I will ask faculty at the faculty meeting about books, if they haven't answered that question yet, and I will ask about tutoring and support services for students if they haven't answered that question by the time we have the meeting. The meeting is supposed to happen later on next week, so I suspect that they will answer them and email that out. If not, I'll go ahead and ask them and report back to you guys. All right, how it may happen for me, particularly, I'm very open with my students. As you can tell, I'm doing this online thing. And you can ask any students who've had me before that I help as much as I possibly can. Not saying that no one ever goes to tutoring. A lot of students go to tutoring, but I help as much as I possibly can. And I'm thinking about having office hours available online where you guys can Skype me or Google Hangout with me, and we can go back and forth. Caitlin says, it would be super helpful to me to even have a vague syllabus. I understand that this will take time, and you'll need to have way more information. Just wondering if you had any idea when that would be a possibility. Okay, I can tell you. I can give you what the 16 weeks would have looked like. That's what I can give you right now. Caitlin, you've had me before, so the rules don't change. The only big substantial rule that will change is that you can and will have to turn in your papers online and not in a physical form, obviously, because we more than likely won't be in the same place at the same time. So that's the big change as far as how I'm going to do the rules. As far as what we're going to read, what we're going to do, I can put up what the 16 weeks would have looked like. I don't know what the 12 week is going to look like, mostly because I don't know if we're going to be 100% online or we're going to be hybrid. I'm hoping that Mexican American Lit will be hybrid. So I don't know, but I can put that 16 week up for you if you would like. Oh, thank you so much for saying I'm the best. I really try. I really, really do try to help you guys out as much as I possibly can. Caitlin, that was a really, really good question. Really, really good question. Is there anything specific that you wanted to know about the syllabus? Maybe I can tell you about it right now. That was actually the first syllabus or first course calendar I finished was the Mexican American Lit, because I had so many moving parts that I want to make sure I got that nailed down. So I can actually tell you about it. I was in the middle of finishing 1301's course syllabus when the hurricane hit. So my syllabus isn't going to change much from last semester. So if you know anybody who took me last semester, it's not going to change that much. It's going to be very similar to the summer syllabus now with 12 weeks. So that one's going to probably be the easiest one to finish. The more difficult course calendar to finish is going to be English Composition 2, because my Composition 2 is a lot of group work and it's a lot of interaction, and there's a big project at the end, which is the movie making project, which unfortunately I'm going to have to take out because, well, yeah, we're not in the same class. So, yeah, surviving zombies. Yes. Yes. Comp 1 does zombies. So, yeah. Comp 2 did the movie, but they're not going to be able to do the movie this semester because we won't be able to support that. So I have to think of another project to do, and how projects are going to look like online, I don't quite know. So I'm trying to figure that out. Any other questions, my friends? I know Michelle Reyes, who you're seeing in the live chat, and Caitlin, actually, they both had me for English Composition 2 in the spring semester, and so they could tell you how much fun that movie making project was. And I have a YouTube list of my past classes with the projects, and so they can tell you how that went, and I can show you how that went. It is kind of a bummer. I look forward to it every semester. Like, we have a party. Like, our final is a party when we watch the movies. So I'm kind of bummed about it. Thank you very much for saying Comp 2 was amazing. I really enjoyed teaching it. Really, really enjoyed teaching it. What else can I tell you guys? Pretty much stay tuned. I'm always harping on the Howler because I am the advisor, but the Howler did very, very good pieces on a very good Q&A on what you need to know, on what is known so far. They also did a really good piece on how to do well on online classes. If someone from the Howler can please put the Howler link in the live chat so people can go to the website, and you guys can see all that information. These are actually student journalists, so they get to ask the administration questions. If you have any questions that need to be answered that I haven't answered here and don't know the answers to, tell your student journalists, and they are in charge of trying to figure out this answer for you. And they will figure out the answer and put it online. So go ahead and give them some props, give them something to do. All right. Any other questions? Oh, you can't put links in there. Really, you can't? It's the howlerlfc.com. There it is. But it's not hyperlinked. So let me see if I can do that. There it is. Hyperlinked. Yeah, okay, there it is. Any other questions at all? Was I thorough in the email? Oh, thank you, Caitlin. Yeah, you know what? I can't speak for other professors, but I can speculate. So Caitlin said, we really lucked out having you as a professor. Many of my friends have not gotten any information from their professor. You being willing to do this is so impressive and awesome of you. First of all, thank you very, very much. Thank you. I will always take props, thank you. I suspect, I can't speak for other professors on campus, but what I suspect is there are probably other professors who are flooded out or don't have, or have limited access to electricity and limited access to their phones or anything internet related. That's what I suspect. So yeah. All I can say is be patient with your professors, because they may not know answers either. I barely know answers because as soon as I got back into the house after being evacuated, I stayed on this email, knowing that like things were going to move very quickly, and this is my lifeline to the campus. So that's how I happen to know. And so every time I know something, I try to tell you guys as fast as I possibly can. Sometimes the school beats me, sometimes the Howler beats me, or sometimes I beat them. But yeah, so cut them some slack, because they may be in the middle of like talking to insurance and talking to FEMA, and they're really trying to be okay, right? So that may be what's going on here. Let's see, my office is underwater. Which is going to make office hours very interesting. The school has like a group room for faculty and part-time faculty, which we could hold office hours in, but I'm suspecting it's going to get noisy. I don't know how I'm going to do office hours yet. I know part of the office hours are probably going to be like this, where we Skype or we Google Hangout, but physically, like I'm going to be someplace at some time. I don't know how that's going to work yet. So the campus is a biohazard. I keep saying this, and I keep saying it because I barely believe it. Not that I think that people are lying, but it's just I need to understand it, that it's so damaged that it's going to take a while to get back on it. And I was just in my office that Thursday before the school closed, and I just thought, oh no, I'll be back on Friday and I'll grab my books then. I don't even have books to teach my classes. In case you were wondering about books, I don't even have books. My books are still in the office. So I've had to call people and get books shipped to my house. And I am afraid that they won't come in time. So I will probably go off of memory for the first week of class, and depend a lot on my syllabuses from the past about where things are, and then they'll be here. They're trying to get them to me as fast as possible. Let's see. Yes, the Mexican American literature book is a first edition. I believe it is a first edition. I believe it is, Caitlin. I'm trying to remember. It's yellow. It's like a nice mustardy, sunflowery yellow. Half the cover is yellow, and then the top half is a really interesting like painting. That helps. I believe it is first edition though. I believe it is first edition. If you haven't gotten your books yet, please do so. Again, I don't know what they're going to do about books. It's a question I'll have for them at our faculty meeting. But more than likely, they'll probably answer that before we get to the faculty meeting. So I know that the SCC was not hit with flood damage, but when it runs on a generator. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if they're gonna put all the box up all the books and ship them somewhere to another campus. I don't know. I would not doubt that they would do something like that, which would be really, really cool. So I don't know. If you haven't gotten your books, go ahead and do so. I officially cannot tell you where to get your books, but I'm sure there is more than one place to get a book. I mean, you have some time to get them. What else? Is there any other questions? You're about to see my mom. You're about to meet my mom. She's walking through the door, actually. Mom, I'm on Hangout with my students. I'm telling them about what's going on. I'm on the computer. She looks impressed. She looks impressed. Earlier, you mentioned that you asked us about our night schedule. I don't think that I've seen those questions. Victor, you said earlier, asked about night schedule. I don't think I've seen those questions. That was like a really quick question in like one of the first emails I sent you. Like I think it was something like, what do you guys feel about night events? So email me and tell me what you feel about night events. Oh, look, we get mail. Nice. Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and email me and tell me what you think about night events for Mexican American Lit. I'm thinking some poetry events. I want going to KPFT, the radio station, and listening and talking to Nuestra Palabra, which is a huge influence here on the Mexican American literature scene here in Houston. Would be really cool for those of my friends who are in Nuestra Palabra. I'm going to be asking you for a favor. So I was thinking about stuff like that, but only if it's worth our while and we can get people there. So go ahead and email me what it looks like if you work, like what days you're usually off, or oh, I can get off if I have like X amount of time to tell my boss that I need to be here for class. So let me know. Let's see. Saw a really good one. Alex said, "What if I can't buy a physical book? Can I use a Kindle?" Absolutely, absolutely. There's not going to be anything in my classes where I'm going to ask you to rip out a page and mail it to me. That's not going to. No, you could go ahead and use a Kindle. Whatever is easiest for you. It's fine with me. Caitlin, if you're taking Mexican American literature, you can get the book on Amazon. Ooh, I shouldn't have read that out loud. Caitlin, ooh. Yes, Caitlin is correct. Awesome, Victor. Glad to be of service. Should we email through D2L or regular email? Caitlin, either way, it's fine. I'm checking both now. I am checking the email, the actual physical email, the lonestar.edu more often than I'm checking the D2L email. D2L, I'm just popping in there to like update some things or to send out a massive note or something, right? With the Comp 1 class, is doing it online going to be challenging? I'm not sure what to expect. Goodness, I hope not. We'll both learn together. How about that? I have not taught online. I have taught creative writing online, but I have not taught Comp 1 online. I'm one of the ones that has to be emergency certified to teach online. My goal is to make that as dynamic online as it is in person. What I am going to say is, and again, I'll have to defer to the Howler here, read the tips that the Howler gives. Let me see if I can get there really quickly while I'm talking. Howler has some really good tips on how to be successful in an online class, and I would start there. One thing that I am going to say, I have taken online classes, and so as a student myself on online classes, one thing that you have to watch out for and make sure that you're good at is, here you go, and that's the link there. Have to be really, really good at is time management. So I would bone up on some time management things, and it's really a lot of making sure that you're doing the right things at the right time, and being very communicative with your professors. So not only me, but other professors, because most of the classes are going to go online. So you're going to want to get a book, the thing with the calendar, a calendar, right? A schedule book, right? That's what you're going to want to get. If you're into bullet journaling, there's tons of videos on YouTube on how to do bullet journaling as a student. I was hoping to teach a bullet journaling like seminar on campus, which it's not going to happen. So right now what I would do is A, make sure you got your books. B, read this Howler thing on how to be a successful online student. C, YouTube or Google time management and time management techniques. That's what I would do. That's how I would do that, and make sure it's a lot of making sure you're on top of your game, and being very, very proactive with your education. So I hope that helped. I kind of rambled there. Let's see, any other questions? I don't see any more questions. I hope you guys are okay. Oh, you have 2 out of 3 books so far. Are you in my, and that's Kelly, right? That it was Beroes. That's Kelly. Okay. So are you in my Comp 1 or Comp 2? Because Comp 1 has 2 books, as do Comp 2. Of the points I stated. All right, got it. Gotcha. All right. I'm glad we're on the same page. All right, what materials will we need for the Mexican American Lit? Caitlin, you're going to need the Mexican American Lit book. And I have narrowed it down to just that one book. Everything else I'm going to give you on D2L. I'm going to upload it on D2L, whether it's videos, whether it's anything else, or whether it's outside reading. Ironically enough, the difference between Comp 2 and Mexican American Lit is that there are more readings in the text than there are outside of the text. So you definitely need that book. And some of those you can Google, others don't exist if you Google it, so you have to have the book. For sure, I have to have the book. What else would you need? I mean, you won't need index cards because we're not face-to-face. That's it, the book. And of course, any other school supplies that you need. I'm a big proponent of school supplies. Get the school supplies. Kelly, you have all 3 books. So in Comp 1, you have the Writing Today, On Writing Well, and then you have the MLA book. Is that what you have? You said 3. So those are the 3. You only really need 2. You need the Writing Today and you need On Writing Well. The MLA book is recommended but not required. You're going to be happy you have that book, however, when we're doing the research paper. So you're going to be happy that you got it. Cool. All right. Good. Good job. You're on it, Kelly. You're prepared. You're ready to go. Yes, I love it. What else? I don't have anything else to tell you. I have, ooh, let me check my email, see if there's anything new come up. Okay. Caitlin, I just got your email. I will read it after the live stream, and I will answer you. Kelly, don't be scared. Let me tell you why. Because it doesn't really help you. Be cautious, but don't be scared. Scared just means you're frozen stiff and you really can't do anything. Cautious means you're apprehensive, but you are still open to things. I am cautious because I'm not sure how this is going to turn out with teaching online, but I'm actually kind of excited about it because it's a new way of kind of teaching you guys, a new way of reaching out. And I'm very glad that we have technology that helps us reach out to students. I can't imagine doing this 10 years ago or 20 years ago with technology not as advanced as it is. So we're gonna work through it. We're gonna work through it, and we'll try things. And if something doesn't work, you let me know. I'll figure out something else, or we can figure out something else together. So you're not alone in this. We're trying our best, and we will do our best. And if it doesn't work, we'll figure it out. Right? Not a problem. I know, right? I did not like, I know I look really, really young. But yeah, no, like I can't imagine going through this without the technology that's on there now. So if it had to happen now, I'm glad we have the technology to do some work. Are there any updates for the Howler training session? Hannah, good question. I am trying to find places to host us September 9th for the Howler training session. I will, and let me go into some Howler business very quickly. Students, I am the advisor to the student newspaper called The Howler, and you will hear me talk about it many times. The great thing about The Howler is that The Howler is an online newspaper, so this isn't really affecting us in the fact that we can still publish, but it is in fact impact us in the fact that you won't see us on campus. We had some really interesting and great ideas planned for the semester, but we'll just hold them to next semester. So Howler business. The Howler is a student paper, and I train them, and I have folks come in to help train them as well. We were supposed to have a training on September 2nd, yesterday, or the day, or that Saturday that the hurricane hit, but then the hurricane hit, and I said, do not come up here. We redid it for December 9th, and I was anticipating the school being open, but now with this, I have to look for another location. Hannah, I'm eyeing University of Houston for training, mostly because they owe us some favors. Also because they have everything that we need for the training, and third, it's a nice central location. However, I would actually prefer a closer location to Kingwood because the times that we've trained at U of H, we only had maybe a handful of people because it's so far and not everybody drives. So I'm looking into it. I'm looking into a lot of things. So that's what I got. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it, Hannah. It would be the same sessions. There will be some tweaks, though. Some tweaks to kind of refocus on how we're going to do things now that we are virtual. No problem, Hannah. Kelly, I am open and ready to adapt. Me too. I'm ready to talk about something else other than Harvey, frankly. What else? What else? You guys rock. You guys are still with me. I'm going to give you guys another minute here to type up any questions that you have. I may or may not know the answer, but nothing, you lose nothing by asking. Excuse me. My mom is standing in front of the bird, making sure the bird is quiet. My mom is cool. My mom is really, really cool. Helping me out here. So you guys let me know. Is this helpful? Was this live stream helpful? Can you see something like this for teaching, right? Would you prefer, I know that some of you have already answered the survey, and if you haven't answered the survey, please answer the survey, because that's going to help me plan how I'm going to attack this thing here. So can you see something like this as a way of like learning, right? If I like hit up Starbucks one day and just teach you guys for about 55 minutes, is this something that would be helpful? Hannah says, yes, this is incredibly helpful. It also shows that your online courses will work out well. Ah, thank you. Like I said before, I've taught creative writing online, and when I teach creative writing online, I usually teach it like this. Actually, it's usually a Google Hangout, and there's where people are in like a group room, so we all see each other and can talk to each other. But I usually, when I teach online, and this is outside of Lone Star, I usually teach like this. So I'm very adept and used to teaching like this. Let's see, very helpful, enjoyed it a lot. Kelly, thank you. Caitlin, yes, I was very hesitant about this with teaching, but I would be very comfortable and helpful with it, especially since we can respond and react. Very, very true. Nisa, I messed up your name. I haven't even seen you when I messed up your name. Nisa. I want to say Nisha because I have a friend whose name is Nisha. I didn't know it's not that. Yes, very helpful. Thank you very much. Victor, enjoyed it a lot. Awesome. Alex, super helpful and enjoyable. Great. Great. I'm very happy. Very, very happy. Was it super easy to, you just clicked on the link and then you saw me, right? So I'm making sure everything is ease of use. Good. All right. Any other questions before I sign off here? I see you thinking. I can see you guys thinking out there. All right, so it looks like there's no more questions here. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Oh, wait, there's more questions. How does taking the midterm and final Anna? No, Boo, you're thinking too far out there. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. Because the idea I had for the midterm and the idea I had for the final for Mexican American Lit's not going to work. So I have to revamp those. I don't know yet. I wish I had a definitive answer. I don't know. Caitlin, could we go back and watch this? Yes, you should be able to watch this on the YouTube channel. Enjoy my YouTube channel. It's a bunch of like crazy videos. It's not that interesting, but if you find some use to them, you're welcome to watch them. Like if it were a teaching tool, could we, yeah, you can rewatch a lesson. I have a couple English Composition 1 students. I already have a couple of lessons already in the bag for you guys. PowerPoint with voiceover. I'm going to be adjusting them because they're PowerPoint with voiceover with stuff that I want you to do to bring into class. Obviously, I have to change that. So I'm going to change that as we go through. So they're quasi done. English Composition 2, I have nothing like that for you guys. I have PowerPoint presentations that I usually talk to you about in class. So I may just do voiceovers with that and put those on, or I may do live presentation with PowerPoint for you guys. Mexican American Lit, I don't know what I'm gonna do with you. I have ideas. I have ideas. I just want to make sure they work before I announce them. But I think out of all of my classes, Mexican American Lit is going to be the easiest one to adapt to online. Online hybrid is going to be the easiest one to adapt. So I am bound and determined to make you guys hybrid. I don't know how I'm going to do that. By sheer will, I think. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I have 7% left on my computer, so I'm gonna go charge it. If you have any questions left, go ahead and email them to me. You know my email because we've been corresponding. Let me know what you guys think. Please, please, please fill out the survey. Tell your friends who are in class to fill out the survey because it's helpful. I've been reading what's going on, what's been in them so far. In fact, let me see how many responses I have. Let's see. Let's refresh this. And it's slow because I'm online. Okay, so I have 13 test among all 5 of my classes. No, I need more responses. So tell your friends to do the responding because it helps me out a lot actually. And I'm actually looking at this per class to see how things flow. All right, guys, I think I'm done. Last minute questions. Bye, Victor. You have a good day. Hopefully I get to see you soon. All right, I'm outie. You got, okay, I'm gonna stop reading. All right, bye guys. See you guys later.